Yo, this is S-Demon EU here, with a review for Final Fantasy XIV. Let's go. So far, I am 70 hours in the game, and I've just started it over a week ago. I must start with admitting that I have an addiction. As you can tell by what I just said, 70 hours in 1 week is insane. So out of every MMO I have played, from DC Universe Online to Elder Scrolls Online, to even Neverwinter, this game has the longevity to sustain an incredibly large player base that keeps both veterans and new players invested. Unlike some other games, where the veterans are increasingly getting bored and the horrendous, dead, just tragic new player entry. This game is semi-free to play. We can play all the way up to level 60 for free, with limitations obviously, or you can pay a subscription fee plus the DLCs that you seem interested in. This can seem very daunting to some new players, so things like this may keep them away. It kept me away at first, so I highly recommend you play the free version first before you decide to purchase anything. This is the best supported and most optimized console MMO I've seen and played, from the amazing control settings and system to the smoothness of it. It just works very well. Mind you, I'm on the PS5, so that might be the reason why. But let's not forget, the game is also crossplay between PlayStation, Mac and PC, so there's no need to worry about you entering too late, since there's such a big abundance of players. The music in this game, boy, when I tell you, music in this game is nothing short of amazing, bro. Yeah, I've agreed to some Doom music where you feel the energy inside you rise, like you're going Super Saiyan, or the most calming music that even put Charles Manson at peace. I even sometimes just run around Old Gridania or Ulda and just listening to this serenity of music. Even going on a mount at the behemoth, my days, just listen to this. Even though there's no attack like button for your character, it's an auto attack system. It still works amazingly well. It's based off of weapon skills and magic, so you're mainly moving around clicking buttons in a certain order for combos and moving around the target looking for the required positionals for the optimal amount of damage. From the outside looking in, it looks incredibly boring and simple, but once you're there in action, you realise it's much more difficult than it seems, which requires you to be incredibly aware and timing your attacks and movements so you don't end up dead or fucking up your team. The community in this game is actually amazing. They're incredibly helpful and are not afraid to help out new players with specific mechanics. Even to this day, when I go into a raid or a dungeon and I have no idea what I'm doing, there's always someone in the chat that tells you what must be done and what you're doing wrong without being toxic, which is actually a surprise to me since I come from games like Destiny or COD, where the players can be incredibly toxic, which leads to some arguments sometimes. I'm not gonna lie though, sometimes having these arguments can be pretty damn funny, so sometimes it's needed, but yeah, not all the time.
We're gonna get. Actually, me die, you know.
Oh shit! What?
Actually, wait.
The base game, A Realm Reborn, can get incredibly boring and tedious at times, especially at the beginning, where it's just running here and there, talking to this person, talking to that person, go and fetch this, go and fetch that. After a while, you're gonna end up trying to speed run it because you're just so bored doing the same thing. and you just want to get to the acclaimed and hyped up expansions that everyone's talking about. It does get better, however, but those beginning parts are still very important. If the beginning parts of the game is that boring, that tedious, no one's going to want to stick around. For example, I've got some friends that they've quit already because they don't like the beginning. I'm trying to get them into it, but they just do not like that part. So once they pass that little threshold, then that's when they get the same addiction that I've got. But until then, A Realm Reborn, especially the beginning parts, are tedious and boring. I know. Put the pitchforks down. I know I said it was good, and it is. But that's once you progressed enough. You progressed enough in the levels, and you progressed enough in the stories. Even progressed enough in the jobs. But until then, especially at the beginning, it's just boring. It's a cycle between 2 to 3 buttons, 2 to 3 moves, and you don't feel like you're doing enough. Especially with the system we've got now, where it's not a combat system, it's an auto attack system. So no matter what you do, you just run around the opponent and click those same 2 to 3 buttons until you've got enough skills to actually feel like you're doing something. And that's fine with me. But my friends, on the other hand, they come from games like DC Universe or Elder Scrolls Online, where you actually have the freedom to attack how you want. You don't have to do the weapon skills, you don't have to use the magic. You can just use your weapon and just go brawler mode and just start attacking. And in my opinion, if Final Fantasy had that, it could potentially draw in even more players. But on the other hand, the already existing players may be drawn away and they may quit. So that's a difficult one there.
Look! The Elder Seeds here.
In my opinion, I believe everyone should give this game a try at least. As I said earlier, I've only been on this game just over a week and I've already got 70 hours on the game. But since I've only got 70 hours on the game, there's still much more things for me to find that I like, and maybe things that I dislike. So who knows, there may even be a part 2 to this review. So with that being said, I give it a play it out of 10. So that's been my review. I highly appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch my video. And yeah, if you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. And give me your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, thank you, be safe, and peace.